drinks. Join us. Okay. I've done stuff on the Archons in the past, and here's another one. So it's Archon Earth. Basically, it's like different ways of looking at reality. If you look at this, yeah, somebody's that's Fritzy. She's yeah, they're getting kind of nuts right now. I guess that 16 hours sleep they did today. Now they're in full activation mode. You know, this is what I have to deal with. Well, what are you standing there for? Go do something. It's funny. There she goes. So where was I? Oh yeah, if you look at this world as an Archon planet or an Archon universe, we'll just go for Archon planet. So obviously everyone's gonna have their own point of view, but I guess you get to a level where you start to see things a little bit more, and maybe not, maybe a little bit differently than others. It certainly would explain a lot why the world is the way it is. So going to the Archon reality, you can look at it any way you want, but you can, Mother Earth, you can see her as the Archon being, because she kind of welcomes a lot of this to happen here. It's like the more that you're open-minded to all of this, and just, you don't have to believe in everything, but at least open-minded, it does help you see more of what's happening here. Of course, there's probably too much to see. Yeah. And the reason I'm bringing it up, not to be negative or anything, it's just that, exploring, let's put it that way. The MiLab energy, I'll go into that a little bit more. The military energy in another pocket reality, or wherever they are, wherever this is being done. Yeah, it's anyway. The military energies. I do feel like corporations are involved. They cover up too in some form. Like I know it sounds a little science fiction-y, but we'll just kind of go with it. It's all about a cover-ups, keeping us, in the mix, keeping it, But as you shift your energy to more of a higher frequency to unlock reality, these big corporations are definitely involved with it. Suppression, keeping us suppressed. Of course, as they profit off of our suppression. So just without going into too much detail there, so I don't get attacked too much. And then life is a dream. Just what is going on in there? Yeah, this is what I have to deal with in the night. And life is a dream. We just keep that more of a positive astral aspect energy to come through for that. So there's other things I was going to go into, but it's been kind of a long day. I can't remember everything. It's SimonToad.com at Pro Sessions. The schedule. We have the shop here. I'm not getting very far. I think I'm on the 12th or the 13th. I'm getting there, and we have the shop here. Same situation. You have the webinars. Sign up. Yeah, social network. Behind the scenes. So, okay. Okay, so Archon energy. So I was going to get like a different perspective, not from Astral Command. Yeah. As much as I would, there's a lot of growing up to do in the spiritual community on that one. Yeah. I'll have to get egg on my face on an everyday basis. So do a Palladian connection instead. Kind of give Astral a break anyway. So there's different ways that you can look at this. Some have trouble probably believing any of this, but not many people understand the Archon energies. Basically, well, for Archon, what they're doing back there is drama. Usually, the news is doing a lot of drama. Politics is drama. Hollywood does some drama energy. It's like it's like what this came through yesterday. It's like putting a wall up and keep us so it's just there to keep us blocked. So you're not giving into any of that. So that's why some in the spiritual community go kind of like deep into that whole, we're going to get those people because they're not right and all that, but they're also, showing they have what to heal themselves. So yeah, just let karma do its thing and just focus on your mission, which is hard to do. It's so easy to get pulled into the drama because our world is filled with drama and that's filled with Archon manipulation. So it's hard to heal that stuff. So I feel what I get from this is that not that you don't give into the traps here, the mental traps. That's when you start seeing beings possibly or feeling them around. It all depends. Everybody's different. Such as reptilian beings that are causing mayhem here and whoever else is here. So, they don't like it that you're not following, the agenda. Yeah, it's a tough one to break free of. So, yeah, it's all the mind. The mind is where they attack. It's not always physically. The mind is so complicated. So, all right. What's things? Here we go. Greetings. We are the Palladians. Greetings to you. We are just the collective. Just to give, our perspective, of how the mind works. Basically, mind is an organ. You can call it whatever you want, but it's basically a communication device. Archon beings just plant their seeds of manipulation. Well, because they don't want you to see them. They keep you confused and lost, and so they can pull from your vibrations. You're looking one way, they pull your energy from another. So they are organic beings. They don't all have to be technology beings. You can call Archon beings even lost souls. Yes, or there's different iterations of it, but some do use technology, not all. Some have technology in their own body. Basically, it's just the way the body works. But it's like they're kind of like collectors. They collect beings, like humans are collecting collections of antiques and things of that sort. Archon beings are known to collect anything. And for your world's human consciousness, you are theirs for now. So it's just slowly unraveling their connection with their planets, not falling for, the traps, the mental traps to pull you into lower frequency energies. And eventually, they can't hide forever. Eventually, you'll see shadow beings and possibly even see them. They can't hold this world forever. Even if it's only a few of you opening up to what's here, and basically getting stronger in your own frequency to not give in to their manipulations. It does help others. Well, they feel what you're going through. You're unlocking their mental traps, their mental breakdowns, as they call it. So they go through your timeline to see where they can cause mayhem, cause trouble for you. If it's a health plays a big role. So when your health isn't too well, your mind isn't too well. So obviously they hit the mind with the body with everything they got. They can use energy weapons at the same time. So yeah, it's not to put fear out there or any of that. You're here to reverse a lot of the programming. You're releasing the programs, like you're putting an end to the program, the Earth program, and you're allowing more of your spiritual self to come through, where you feel more at peace. They don't want you to feel at peace; they want you to feel at war. So the more that you feel at more relaxed, more at peace, there's not much they can do to you anymore. Of course, you don't want to get too complacent because they take those that feel like they have all the power in the universe and they use that against you. Yes, they don't call them trickster beings for nothing. So it's just understanding their game, which is not an easy one because they're everywhere. So people wonder, yes, who is the adversary, who is they, and all of that. Really comes down to Archon beings, but also artificial intelligent Archon energies. It's a little bit of both. Yes, it is as spiritual as they get. Yes, it's completely behind the scenes. Basically, it's like behind your mind. It is not the easiest thing to see. Once again, they don't want you to see them. So they might appear to you in different forms. One of them is the bat. Not to say bats are bad or anything like that. They can take forms of how to manipulate your society. So if you see a bat Archon being, they're using bat type of energy to basically keep this reality going. They use spiders, also giant ones. Yes, of course you don't see them, but if you look up a giant spider in your media and your movies, like, what is there a giant spider doing? That is very unusual. Well, it shows you how sneaky these beings are. And who's controlling them? Who put that spider in that movie to begin with? Yes, a giant spider is a Archon favorite, the web. Now, like Spider-Man, that's something different. That's more of a hero. The spider and its web is basically a web over your consciousness. So when you start, peeling away their thought programs, yes, and think of this: they have millions or trillions of thought programs. They put a program in your mind, and all of a sudden you have a problem with your aunts, your uncles, your people at work. Is a program for everything. They just download it into your mind, and your mind is like, well, it's kind of like a virus. It's like your mind is doing peaceful. All of a sudden, you got this negative thought program, and now you're thinking about that instead. It's very hard to protect one's mind. So, yes, mental protections is the next level of your evolution. And it becomes easier to identify as who is here. Yes, they're all behind the scenes. They're going to keep themselves hidden no matter what. For now. So as you unlock their realities that they put around you, yes, it will see like ghost-like frequencies, meaning they'll be ghostly. They're not necessarily ghosts, but they feel like they're not there, but they are there. So your energies. So basically doing energy protection around your mind. You don't have to wear like a hat or anything like that, but just, yes, protect your mental state. Blessings. Greetings. We are the MiLab. We are military consciousness. This is us, exposing ourselves or educating you with us. We're not going to say where we are. Well, we do have connections to the moon. So our prime directive is to corner humanity. Don't let it evolve. Shut it down. Those chosen individuals are allowed to evolve because they're part of the system. The timeline, the artificial timeline has been built for your planet. Now you can take this or leave it, or we don't really care. Yes, it is complicated how your world is ran behind the scenes. Of course, it does get simple once you start figuring out more and more. But the MiLab frequencies, yes, of course, they're going to use corporations to hide what they're doing. Of course, with anything to do with chemical warfare on the human, even candy, sometimes chocolate's not all. Of course, your organic stuff's getting better. It's not perfect. Of course, the military infrastructure, it's not necessarily your military currently that you see publicly. It's more like your anti-military that's in behind the scenes. It will continue to be that way. For now, at least. I mean, it's been hijacked like your society. So you can say your current military is the hidden military. And yes, it just basically, it does blossom out of World War II, but it goes much deeper than that. Yes, it's always been here. To create wars, to create genocides in your past. To truly, yes, once again, similar to your Archons, mess with your mind. It's just basically alien technology that can tell you whatever they want you to tell you. And the abductions, basically an abduction can be done in minutes or seconds. Usually it's minutes. Because the idea, so we're going to love this, to kind of like not possess your soul, but be able to harness it, to harness your body basically, so you can be taken to a ship. It takes a couple of minutes because it takes a little bit to calibrate it, the energy to your body structures to teleport you to a ship for alterations. Sometimes an upgrade, sometimes a downgrade. Not all MiLabs are negative. Now, some might think differently of that. But some are there actually to repair what others have done poorly with you. That's why you get abducted a couple of times, 3 or 4 times. They're never going to really give you the full details of it. Why would they? But it's very common. Now, has everybody been abducted on this planet? We're not going to say that. But the positive MiLab is actually to give you infusions and clearing things up. That's up to you if you want to believe whatever you want to believe. But some of you can tap into those timelines, frequencies. Of course, once again, the corporations have an energy field around them that you don't hear. It's like a sound to keep the momentum going. It's like a constant program. Where Facebook has been doing that. That whole metaverse is just there for confusion. Yes, they want to pull everybody on Facebook into the metaverse, turn you into a digital being, easier to control you. So why turn humans into machines? Once again, you're easier to control. And it's happening now, maybe not on a massive scale, but Asia is going through a lot of robotics, humans being turned into robots due to the factories. They can put these little components in phones and anything. It's very robotic. And yes, your higher elites, they get excited by that. It's a high from that. So to heal that is not the easiest thing. It can be done, but as you just basically unravel your reality, you have to tell the world, Everyone's going to have their different perspectives because you all come from somewhere else. Yes, you might come into the same collective consciousness, but maybe you come from altered different versions. It gets real complicated with that. Yes, is your past on the history of your planet? Is there alterations there? Yes. Is that a postcard of the past? Meaning that do you have other versions of Earth brought into your Earth to make you think that's the past, when the truth for some of you, your past is totally different than what you're seeing in the history books. Yes, it might be in Egypt, but there's just a different story to it. Confusion is everywhere, isn't it? Your history is confusion, which makes your modern day confusion. All done on purpose. Yeah, they don't want you to figure things out. It's a puzzle. Oh, but puzzles can be solved. So, yeah, as long as you don't give up, and they want you to give up. They want you to work at your job. They want you to lose your mind. Your controllers of the planet, don't want you to see who's, yes, behind, not just the current, but who's behind the planet itself. Yes, your solar system is much different than what you're being told. Many things are different. It's just a veil around your planet, you could say. It's like a theater. You are actors in the play, and you are looking behind the scenes, which is usually a no-no. Isn't it like with the movies? You are not to tamper with the special effects. You are the special effect, technically. Not that many of you are special effects, but I think you have an idea where we're getting at. Yes, and another thing is, just like the movies, they have extras in the background. And you have that here too. Doesn't mean they don't have consciousness. They do have their own sense of self. But yes, it's another program. Programs everywhere. Programs, yes, for the mind, to keep your mind off of how this is all being done. Keep you over there. Is anywhere but where the origins of your planet come from. But it can easily be solved, but it's just breaking down the barriers. The mental barriers is not so easy as it sounds, but once you figure it out, it becomes easier. Manifesting will also increase, but also awareness of other things. So some of you have gone to a certain level of it, yes, but there's much more, of course. It's a little bit deep, as some of you probably realize. What's this? Greetings, you. We are the astral realm. We are you. We are everyone. It is up to you where your society goes. Of course, it is not always meant to have all the answers just yet. Well, it's like a boat. You're traveling at sea, and you find, caves and places, islands of the unknown. So yes, the mind is currently being healed. You come here. Many of you come here, yes, to obviously upgrade the process on this planet. But how do you do so exactly? It is, yes, bringing different type of codex energies here within yourself, your words, your thoughts, of just breaking down the reality that's being told. So yes, your reality is running like a movie right in front of you, but you are living it. So it's a little bit different than just watching something. Usually you can turn it off or even throw it out. But when you plug into this reality, obviously you can't do many things that you would do on a movie set or anything. You can change the script of your reality, yes. You also just change the ending, the middle, even the beginning So it's not, is you just basically you understand how your reality works. It will become much easier. Not entirely all easier. Yes, to let go of the trickeries of the mind. Of course, it goes much more deeper than that. So dream realms, that can be tricky too. Even your astral can be tricky. Not that there's entirely trickster energies there, but there is quite a bit of. It's basically it's different ways of looking at it. Is there to? We're even looking for words to say here. Tell you what you want to hear in the astral realms. Well, what fits into this reality? What helps you get through it? Of course, that's not always the case. Some of you are doing spiritual archaeology and astral, and you're bringing that knowledge here. So it does get frustrating because you can't bring the knowledge into the physical realms, but you always, some of you, find a way. And then life gets a little bit more complicated. But as you do it more of a collective consciousness, meaning that you want the true answers here, they will find. You see Rome, it's in ruins. It's not still going on, at least in its formal self. Yes, it did transform into the Catholic Church, and of course, it's gone to other Rome. It's transforming, but you can end the transformation and get your lives back to what you actually intended to be. So yes, you're on rewriting your Earth's history currently. Well, the history doesn't really matter. Is what matters is your future. So the dream realms are, you can say, educational realms. Many of you do actually live your lives there. You come here and live, you might not exactly live in the paradise lifetime you are, but a lot of times your astral is more positive, so you can give energy to yourself here. You keep your physical self going. Because there is a lot of people suffering here at this time. Feel like they don't belong in this reality. And it's becoming even more clear of that, especially the more you are diagnosing and figuring out of the reality around you. It's hard to have friends when you're breaking down realities, dimensions, where the true truth comes through. Not anyone to hear it or handle it. I was handling it. It's just little details. Basically, a lot of corruption will be exposed throughout the next coming years, in the spiritual community or any community for that matter. Little by little, it's not going to come quickly. So that's what the frustration of the astral realms. Like, you see it all. You see your timelines. You see yourself as beautiful, ugly, whatever it might be, whatever you want to see yourself as. A lot of you are opposite of your astral self for obvious reasons. So there's just a lot of you're going deep into your own consciousness. Where not many are really ready to go into just yet. So, blessings.